Okay, thank you so much for attending this next slot. My name is Janina. I'm co-founder and COO of Civey. We're a Berlin-based opinion tech company, and since we are probably the first one who calls themselves doing opinion tech, I want to take the next 9.5 minutes to explain a little bit what we mean with opinion tech and what it means to us. So first of all, when we started to launch our product, it was a very tiny little polling widget that provided to the user real-time representative results as a direct feedback. And with that widget that we let embed publishers and whoever has a website, we managed to build in the last 15 months to build Germany's largest community for opinion research. By now, we have more than 500,000 registered users, and 1 out of 10 of these users comes back to our platforms on a daily basis. So that was for us more than we ever expected. We had a monthly user growth rate of 45%, and all these users gave us and still give us on almost 1 million representative votes a day. All this input is great because with that input we can conduct polls and surveys, and these we can sell to our customers. Why does it actually matter that we build a large panel? It matters because when you look at the polling industry, I would say worldwide, but I'm also an expert more on Germany, it's some sort of disaster because pollsters have missed digitization completely. It's not all black and white, but if you look at the polling industry, especially in Germany, you would realize that a lot of pollsters still run their polls via landline. They try to reach out via landline to their potential users and want to ask them questions. The idea behind that is that only via random dialing you can draw a random sample. This would be nice if it worked out, but in fact it doesn't, because these are numbers from the US. By today, only 1% of all the people that you reach out to actually answers. So, of course, there's also online institutes, but they all face the same problem of recruiting the user, letting them vote on their platforms and incentivizing them, like a classical retention problem. So I want to show you how we solved that problem. We solved the recruiting problem by going where the user actually is, and we solved the incentive problem by giving something back to the user that is not money. I show you how it looks in practice. This is a German website, Spiegel Online, on the left side. It's a bit blurry up there. Okay, does it come? Okay. Where our polling widget is embedded. So this you see on the right side, it's a question about voters' intention. And what we do is we let the Spiegel Online readers participate, we let them opt in our panel if they want, and those who want to do that, they take part on 30 polls per session on average. What they get back is a representative real-time results, which you see on the right side. These were results on the voters' intention in Germany from yesterday, where you see the conservatives are fallen below 30% and the right-wing AfD has a rise on almost 14%. This is something that is new, that we provide representative results, because you probably have seen a lot of engagement widgets on all the newspapers websites that you already that you read on a regular basis. So it was our biggest bet that users would actually participate, but we also did some research in the beginning and found out that in Germany 5.8 million people take part on online polls every week. It's a lot. It's a lot of engagement going on there. But the problem is that they often take part on polls where the result is just useless, because the result is just clicks. No matter if you take part 5 times or if you invite your friends to take part 100 times, you cannot do anything with the result, and they might influence people in a bad way because they're just not representative. What does representative mean? It actually means that you ask a small group of people and you have a good picture of a much larger group of people. So instead of asking 3 million Berliners, you would just ask 1,000 or 2,000 people and still have a good picture of what Berliners think. And all this statistical process to get there, we managed to do in the background of this small polling widget. I could talk for ages when it comes to statistics, but I will keep it very short here. So to give you an overview, we don't only work together with Spiegel Online, but also with a lot of other websites in Germany, until now only in Germany, and some of them are regional newspapers, some of them are private blogs. You can also share our polls on Facebook. And this leads to the fact that on 15,000 URLs, our polls are displayed every day, or they get a hit every day. And we take all the traffic and all the votes from the entire publisher network to draw our sample. It's not a random sample. We have put some thoughts in how we draw the sample. And what we do is we have some quality checks first. So what we do is we would never take the first vote of you when you take now part on Civey. We would always throw that away because you might be biased from the article that you just read. But the second question you took part is something completely different, and that vote we can take as long as we have enough information about you as a user. And the better we know you, the more we take you into account. And so these information we take into our sample. Also, we take into our sample social demographics like age, gender, region, to make sure that we have, in the first place, a representative picture of the population that we are interested in. And then, in a second step, we would weight the results. Depending on if we have joint variables or not, there's different weighting measures. I don't want to go into details there. But the interesting thing is that all these calculations find place 24/7, and the user actually gets a real-time result, which he then would see. So our biggest bet was that the user would take part to see these representative results, right? Because until now, if you have taken part on polls, you would never see that. Like, they would convince you to take part on a poll, but you know it's a poll for a customer. Why would you give your vote? Why would you give your opinion? Our idea was users would take part if you give them some information back. So make it as transparent as it's possible. Show them the overall results. But to be honest, it's not the only reason why people take part on our polls. We asked them recently. We asked them, "What's your main reason to take part at Civey?" So the widget is in German, but I translated the results, and you see that 1 out of 4 would say, "Yeah, I'm interested in the results." There's also other reasons why I would take part, but the largest group that we asked said, "I want to give and I want to express my opinion." And that's also something that is cool because we can actually provide that. We can give our users the possibility to express their opinion, and we can make sure that someone also realizes that these opinions were given. For example, newspapers that can actually write about our results because they're representative. They actually mean something. But also our customers who buy polls, who buy monitors, can say, okay, so the user actually thought something about his opinion. He wanted to express him, so I can also put trust on these results. Yeah, and to have a cut here because time is running out. That's actually something that we learned, that users appreciate valid results, and we should all focus a bit more on quality. And that's what we do. So if you now see Civey on any German website, you know who we are. And thank you so much.